Okay, welcome. This is the Orion Mars Operations Assets from the Unreal Engine Marketplace. I'm just going to go over how to use it, how to set it up. The first thing that you're going to want to do is to go up to Project Settings and then hit Inputs, and then you're going to want to import, and then you're going to want to find that folder. So Content, Orion Mars Operations. Right click show and explore, and then you click on the inputs right here and you open that file, and then it should have your axis mapping, and that should allow the character, when you play play an editor, you will have this character and be able to move around. You'll still have the character if you don't do that, but you will not be able to run or move around. So that's kind of important. Next, escape out of here. There are two examples here. One example here in the demo map has the full interior in here, and you can see a screen is missing here. If you play an editor, that should show up. Sometimes it takes 2 times before the monitors start to play. But yeah, this has the full interior. If we go to use the elevator, we should be able to go into the elevator, and then you see this little red dot. You just place it on the floor and hit the E key, and you'll see there's some instructions which you can turn off with the blueprint so that they don't show up. Uh, and then the elevator will stay here. You can, you know, run downstairs, and you can hit this all button here to hit the E key again. There's the instructions. Put the target over the button, press the E key. Now it'll call the elevator down to this floor. Here. You can run out of here. And this is the airlock. When you step into the center here, it activates it. Spins around, and again, there's be some instructions. When you step into here, you get some instructions. If you want to open up the small door, you hit the J key. If you want to open up the large door, you hit the L. And there you go. When you go back in, it activate this way. So all these doors work with a collision box, and when you get into the collision box, they open. The same with these office doors. And then you also have these bathrooms here. We have this map here. It shows little drone sites where drones are on the planet's surface. And here's the observation desk. And that's a run through. This is running in 4.27. It's the Orion Mars Operations. And these are blueprint buildings, which you can just drag out, specify the floors. But I wanted to show that when you pull out a building, all the floors are going to be just solid like this, you know. And the way that you poke holes and change it around and modify it is with two separate blueprints, which you have to put into the building blueprint. So one of them is the floor holes. So this you can drag out, and then in its properties here, over here, you can set up the how many floors down you want it to go. So the more floors you add, it will add them down. I could set it up for 3 floors, and then the X and the Y. So right now it's set for 2Y and 1X, but we could set it for 2X and 2Y. That'll remove this. And the only way to get this to work, unfortunately, I couldn't find a more elegant way, is to put these in place, then to click on the building blueprint, and then you have to run the construction script. And the way that the construction script works is if I change any of the variables here on the blueprint building, it will run the construction script again. And so you can just click on one of these, either clear glass or struts, and then click it back off again. And it will cause the construction script for the building blueprint to run, and it will poke the holes in the floors wherever you want them. Of course, if you decide you want to move it, say over to here, you have to run the construction script again. So you have to click on this, do that, and then you move the holes. Also, besides just putting holes in, you can use the stairs. So there's a stair blueprint that you drop in. You align it where you want it, and then again click on the blueprint building and run the construction script again by changing a variable. And then with this, there are variable like different choices here. You could have with rails, without rails. You can have it wide right. Again, whenever the box changes, you have to run the construction script again for the building blueprint. Then you could have it with the tower. You could have wide just rails. Um, you could have wide left or right. But let's just go about to wide with the tower. Now, there's also a option for mirroring it, and then there's an offset so that you can, you know, offset it. But of course, again, because we have new holes, we have to run the construction script again. And there you are. So yeah, the reason I wanted to show this is so that you can do things like, you know, you can get creative and create different types of building interiors this way. So, you know, there's a lot of flexibility this way to create the interior spaces the way you want. And the elevator is a blueprint too as well, but you still have to use the hole, floor hole to knock out the floors for the elevator, and then place in these static meshes to fill up the hole, spaces for the hole. But yeah, I just wanted to show that. Also, you know, you can, you have options in the building for opening up holes, not anywhere along the sides, but right in the middle in the floors. You can, and on any floor, you can open up the, and this is called the airlock, basically. So, here I have two airlocks, which are here. Okay, wait, no, I only have one. Only have one, it looks like. Strange. Okay. So, yeah. So, when you click an airlock, you can choose a floor, and then you can choose which side you want it on, and then you can choose what type of opening you want. There are two different types. One is for the airlock, and one is for this type of opening here. So, yeah, to get rid of them, you can just able to delete it, and then let's see if we come down here. There it is. Okay, so we have one airlock floor one. Shouldn't be floor one. It should be 4 maybe. And then we can click on side 1, which is there. We don't want side 1. 2, we do want side 2. But the airlock mesh that we want is not for an airlock opening. It is for a living quarter opening. Okay, that's the mesh for side 1. So we're using side 2, so we have to change this one. There we go. Okay. So now it's the correct opening for this. Okay, that's what I wanted to show. I have a longer video that goes into more explanation on the blueprints, and try checking that out.